Oh wow, we're swimming in teal soap sharpish again. Yay. We didn't take multiple weeks off this time, y'all. We did it. We did it. But hello, hi, and hello, designers. Welcome to The Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. Gay, I am just drinking some water. Nothing major, just water. Because
Absolutely. It is. And hi, you guys. I am Lana, your resident evil diva. Here to give the tea, spit the tea, drink the tea because you know I love spit the tea purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I too am just drinking some water. Hydration is important, but always never far, very close, always with me. Is my beautiful cup mug. And you
guess
can get
what?
your
Me too.
ooh, cup mug, hey,
Ooh, I like the remix. All
cup
right.
mug. You can get your
Yes.
cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the US and in Canada and Mexico. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. So get your cup mugs, period.
Purr, and also purr. So, we are here, we are live, we are existing, and we are talking about Project Runway again.
Absolutely.
This season that, is something. This is one of the seasons of Project Runway.
Absolutely.
Yes, God. We're going to talk about episodes 5 and 6 today. Some drama, some intrigue, some incorrect placements, if you ask me personally. But we're going to dive into all of that. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things TV. Right now, that means we got Project Runway still steady, as always, but we've got Love Island. We're in the thick of Love Island. Big Brother starts next week. Claim to Fame started already, so we will be here talking about Claim to Fame as well. We've got some other fun, exciting things on the horizon, so make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and check out the description below for all of our audio podcast sites, all of our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access to content from all around the Cup Network. So, episode 5, Lana, they got to do all the LA things, so we went to the beach. Now we're going to the LA Times.
Yeah.
And we find out that it is the Unconventional Materials Challenge. I think this is the only unconventional challenge of the season. And it is to make a garment out of newspaper. This is one of the challenges I distinctly remembered going into this season. I was like, I remember this challenge. And as one specific person was making their garment, I was like, yes, this is the look I remember from this season. And we'll talk about it. But I love this challenge. I think newspaper is a fun, textile to work with. It caused a lot of people a lot of issues.
Right. That it did. Did. Because people couldn't figure out what they were supposed to do with this newspaper, how they were supposed to work with this newspaper, how they were supposed to actually get the newspaper to do what fabric does.
Yes. Yeah, they were able to use muslin as a base, which I think a lot of people ended up doing. But some people were like, no, I just want to do it myself. And see, I really liked the people that took like the glue and did like the hard shell kind of stuff. Because I was thinking about that and I was like, could you achieve the same effect with hairspray also? Because that's the first thing that went into my mind. Was like, would it work with hairspray or would you have to use glue?
I don't know.
I don't either. I've never hairsprayed newspaper, so I honestly don't know.
Me either.
But we get a pretty nice Tim Gunn walk around doing things and stuff. And I gotta be honest, I feel like Tim Gunn and the judges have such a different opinion on Jordana.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of these episodes, Tim comes in and it's like, "You're doing great, Jordana. Keep doing what you're doing, Jordana." And I'm like, "Yes, Jordana."
Do what you do.
We'll talk about it more in a bit. I'm just frustrated. And I think this is the effect of not having consistent judges on the panel this season.
Yeah.
Is that, people are being consistently put in the bottom for the same things, even though, there were worse garments.
Right.
So, and speaking of worse garments, Johnny decides to throw out his original garment
I mean, but
and
that was.
lie to everyone and say that the iron ruined it.
I mean, he threw it out after Tim Gunn told him it was atrocious.
Yes.
Because he made this garment that was just red, blood red, and had these origami like Burt cranes on it that he was supposed to have it where they were going to be holding up the dress. That's the option. The illusion is going to be the birds were holding up the dress, but it was like this red um dress that was just not cute. And so when Tim Gunn told him that it was kind of atrocious, he decided to scrap it, move on. And then that's for some reason he decided to go on this tangent about how the lies he told about how the iron sputtered out and ruined the dress. And he was like, it ruined it. And I don't know. I had to start over and didn't have time to create the dress that I actually wanted. I was like, hmm? Hmm?
I'm just like, baby, why we gotta lie about this? Why we gotta lie? For what reason?
For what reason? I, mm, I, don't, I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I will say I didn't really have anything else from the episode, so if we want to dive into the looks, I think we could feasibly do that.
We could feasibly do that.
Great. Not much happens in either of these episodes. I'll be honest. Like they're good episodes, but not much happens.
Not a lot of drama besides the little thing that we just talked about with Johnny.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, not a lot, but the looks are the most important part of this episode anyway. So
Absolutely. Fashion headliners, newspaper eleganza, extravaganza, and we're getting the worst one out of the way. Thank God. Johnny, this was bad.
This was something. This was something. It was it was something.
Yeah, no, just no,
It
man.
was.
There's something he could have done with this, though. That's the thing, is the parts of the newspaper he used, there could have been a really cool way to make like a symmetrical geometric pattern out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And instead he didn't.
Yeah. It was. See, here's my thing with Johnny in this dress. The idea of having the face or the eyes and all the things on the dress, not bad. It's just he didn't do anything interesting with it. Like they said, I didn't like the thing at the top, the pointy thing at the top. Like, why is that there pointing? It's like an arrow pointing to my neck. Why are you doing that? It just it it was just boring and no innovation, nothing at all with this dress. Yeah.
I'm gonna plead. I don't even really feel like I need to. I just this.
I mean, I'm not going to plead because it wasn't that hideous because it was some idea, just not good enough. So I will give it a 20.
Okay. Next up is Jordana, who I think did really good.
I didn't like it.
Really,
No.
I thought it was one of the most put together garments on the runway.
Here's the thing. I think Jordana is a great dressmaker.
Well,
And I
and
think
that
they
was the
said that,
critique she
and I
gets
think that's what
next
she got.
episode.
She was
Yeah,
a good dressmaker. She can make a dress look pretty. I don't think she's a good designer. I don't
that's
think her
fair.
designs are good. Like her dressmaking skills, impeccable. Everything she puts out is going to look good because she knows how
Yeah,
to make a dress. I just don't think she knows how to design a dress. And because like this is a simple design. This is so basic. Like you put two ruffles and then it's just so basic. Like,
yeah,
but and like she said, she was like, I was thinking more wearable. Like you can get this
yeah.
out of any store or
Her
whatever. And
her
that's her
fashion is
design,
so ready
her
to wear.
aesthetic.
Her fashion
Yeah,
is so ready to wear.
that's her thing. Her thing is all very ready to wear. And when you're on Project Runway, everything doesn't need to be ready to wear. Some things need to be very avant-garde. Some things need to be out of the box, very creative designs we haven't seen before, very fresh and new. And these are just stuff that you was like, okay, I'm gonna get this out of any store. So great dressmaker. If I had a dress that I said, hey, could you make me a dress that look like this? Jordana be the one you go to because you know it's gonna
Yeah,
look good. It's gonna be impeccably made. Now, if you wanted to say, hey, take your creative juices and make me a dress that nobody's gonna wear, she's not the one to go to because she gonna make a dress that look like every other dress there. But they're like you say, impeccably made.
yeah, like incredibly impeccably made. I just think for me, there were less put together garments on this runway. I wouldn't have put her in the bottom three. That's just me personally.
I have to see if I would put it with my scores. I don't know if I would or not.
Well, then what is your score for Jordana?
For me, I would give this a 65.
I'm gonna give it a 70. Next up is Sharon.
I like this.
I
I
like this
like
too.
I like this. I like the design of the skirt. It's definitely something like you won't see on regular street everybody wearing every day. It's I like how she did with the pattern on the skirt, and I like that she gave us some volume and something different. I thought this was a good design. I thought it was a good choice. It doesn't look hard. It doesn't look like it's gonna fall over, which is great, but it doesn't look like it's like super stiff. You know what I mean? It still has
Mhm.
some movement in it when she walks. I like it. I thought this was a good look.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought she could have been in the top. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge her model Ebony because I think Ebony is my favorite model of the season. Like,
Hmm. She
come on, Miss
works.
Ebony.
She works.
And she works this garment so well. I love this like pentagonal shape
Hmm.
going on in this skirt. I just think that's so cool. The way she did all of these folds was
Hmm.
so cool in the skirt. I just love that it has that volume to it too. Like this was such a good look for me.
Hmm. It was really good. I really enjoyed this look very much.
Scars.
For me, I will give it an 88.
I'm gonna give it a 90. Next up is Logan.
I didn't hate it,
I didn't hate it.
but I didn't love it. I don't
I
like the
maybe I maybe would have put Logan in the bottom three over Jordan if I'm being honest. Because this
hmm.
doesn't wow me really in any way.
I mean, I like that he put some color into it, and
Sure.
I think the thing at the top is nice, but I don't think the thing at the bottom needed to be there. Like, I don't
Yeah.
like that at the bottom. Like, that just looks weird. But I don't mind the dress itself. I like the color that he added. It fits well. I like that it's even a little cinched at the waist part of or her torso part. So I'm not mad at that. I just think it's still kind of simple. I think it would be a cute cocktail dress if you just tweaked it a little bit, like take that bottom part off. And
Mhm.
I wish you would have accessorized it a little bit more. But
Yeah, I think we're like, for me, like, this is definitely not, like, I wouldn't put this or Jordana in the top necessarily whatsoever, but I just think, like, I like the blue detailing, but it's a tube dress.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tube dress with a little bit of detailing on it. Like, it's not wowing me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Scores?
I would give it a 67.
Lana. You need to get out of my head, Lana. I'm also giving this a 67. We're sharing the brain cell again, Lana. Go. Ramon.
I kind of like this. It's okay. It's not, again, nothing wow, mind blowing, nothing crazy. It's just a cute put together dress. And it's a 2-piece skirt top situation you got going on. It's fine. It's perfectly safe.
Yeah, it was 100% perfectly safe, honestly. There's a perspective here, and I like that he used the dyes, and I did like that they had dyes on hand. I like that he dyed it, so it took it a little bit away from newspaper, but you can still tell that it's paper.
Mm-hmm.
I like the color combination here. It's muted, but there's like, it's very this like, and we saw more of the like sci-fi kind of situation in the next episode, obviously, but it does give a little bit of like sci-fi edge to it in a really nice way. I think the garment is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Simple but effective.
Simple but effective.
Scores.
70.
72. Althea's next.
This was okay. I didn't get the praise that she got for this dress. It was, I understand. I do like the architectural like patterns that she has here, and how she shaped it or whatever. But I still think it's just a simple tube dress with just different patterns, different places. I don't know. It was okay. Do I think she deserved to be in the top 3?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think I would have put Shirin in the top 3 over Althea.
Maybe.
Or actually, there's someone else I think maybe should have been in the top over Althea.
Right. I'm still saying we'll come back to that.
Or I'll go ahead and say either Shirin or Carol Hannah from South Carolina, Carol Hannah. For me. But I don't think this is bad by any means. It's simple and elegant, which I think is a very difficult thing to do with newspaper. So I think that's why she was in the top, is because it looked so classy.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this is not bad whatsoever. It's just a tad simple. But scores.
For me, I'll give it a 71.
I'll give her a 76. Sure. Nicolas.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know how I feel about it.
For me, it comes down strictly to the accessorization.
Mm.
He over accessorized this and it put him in the bottom 3.
Mm. Yeah. It's just, yeah. It didn't do it for me. It didn't.
No.
It's something I don't. You know when you just don't know what you don't like, but you just know you
Yeah.
don't like it. That's
Yes.
what I'm feeling. I just know I don't like it, but I don't know what I don't like about it. It's the stripe. Like we got stripes going this way, and then stripes going
Mm-hmm.
down, horizontal and vertical stripes. I'm like, ugh. And then you put the stripe down the middle of her face. Like, come on. Like, mm-mm. No, no, I'm not feeling it.
I don't
Honestly,
like the makeup, but it is well done.
well done, but I don't like it. I mean, I expect it to be well done. L'Oreal, y'all people, professionals,
Come
it's
on,
your
L'Oreal
job.
Paris.
L'Oreal Paris. I know y'all supposed to do it right, but it's just him telling them to put that stripe down her face is ridiculous. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Because there's
crazy.
actually elements of this. There's actually elements of this garment I really like. I like this skirt where it's this kind of two-tiered sort of situation. I think that's really nice. But otherwise, the look kind of just stalls out for me.
Mm, yeah.
Scores?
I decided I like this a little bit more than I like Johnny's. Uh, I'd give it a 21.
I'm gonna give this like a 34 because I like the skirt. Louise.
I thought this was cute. I
Yes,
thought this was cute. I was like, this is
I
very
agree.
cute. It moved on the runway when she was walking. I liked how she accessorized it with with the space buns, and then just made it very whimsical, very cute. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I thought, honestly, there is a universe. Louise might have could have maybe been in the top. I could have seen it happening. Um, I think it's cute. I like all of the rolled newspaper detailing we've got here in the chest situation. The dress itself is simple, but I think it conveys a message, and I think it looks pretty cute overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad at this. I like that she used a lot of the red in the newspaper too. That I really liked.
Yeah,
So
it was cute.
scars.
I will give it an 84.
I give it a 77. Christopher.
Now I like this look from Christopher.
I love this look from Christopher.
I really did like this look from Christopher. Um, I like it because the bottom part doesn't look like newspaper, or it looks like shredded newspaper, but could look like feathers as well if you look at it really quickly. I really like the top part, like we were talking about earlier, the hardened part of a with the either the glue or the hairspray or whatever. We can
Mhm.
figure out how to harden that. And that made this corset look so good and like hard and tough, and then the softness of the shredded paper, like looking like feathers at the bottom. This is really cute. I really like this a lot. I really enjoyed this look from Christopher.
Yeah, I think it was very, very close for me this week between Christopher and Irina. I think
Hmm.
they both have very, very, very strong looks. I love this feather skirt. I think it is just so well executed. When he said he was going to do a feathered skirt, I was nervous because this was a 1 day challenge, and I mean, maybe he pulled it off. So
Yeah.
it looks like a feathered like prom gown in the best way, honestly.
Hmm. Hmm.
So scores.
I will give this a 95.
Lana, get out of my head. I'm also giving it a 95.
It's very good.
Carol Hannah from South Carolina. Carol Hannah.
pretty. I
Very
like that
pretty.
she did she changed the color,
Mhm.
um, and gave us a pop of color on the runway. I do like the ruffled details of the folded details of the skirt. Um, my only issue is I wish all of them were the size of the bottom, so like coming down at the top. Like once she started the ruffles, give me some big, voluminous ruffle, crunchy, whatever you're trying to do, instead of that small, 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 small. Then you get to the bottom of the knee, and it's like all this big, 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 big. I guess she's trying to make it like a trumpet like style, but it didn't come
Mhm.
out looking as good as it should look. But I did like it. I did like it. I like what she did with the dress.
I think it turned out really, really good. I think there's a universe where Carolina could have been in the top. I wish that the dimensions overall had gone from like really, really small on the top to just huge at the
Yes.
bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I agree with you in that for sure, Lana. I just wanted the base of the skirt to just be a little bit fuller underneath. Not even
Mm-hmm.
necessarily bigger in the way that she constructed it, just pad it underneath with some more crinkled newspaper and just glue it in or something. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that would have changed the overall, like it just would have looked a bit more grandiose.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
But I still think it's a great look from Carolina, from South Carolina, Carolina.
Yeah. It's just too stuck to the body for me at the bottom when it
Yeah.
should be bigger.
But your scores, Lana?
Would be a 90.
I'm going to give her an 88.
Yeah. It's still good.
Epperson.
I like this.
I like this too.
I felt like this could have been in the top 3 too. I thought this should
A
have been in the top.
shocker. Another week where we say Epperson should have been in the top.
Like, I think they played in Epperson's face this season. Oh my god. Because this is a good look. He gave us a 2-piece, a skirt and top jacket set, like, and the dimensions and the angles and the proportions are all right. Like everything is right in this. I like the belted waist, the belt at the cinched in at the waist, and the sleeves on this jacket, and I thought this was really good and really well put together. I was like, y'all playing in this man's face, not making him safe. What? This is really good to me.
Yeah, I definitely think there is a universe where she could have been in the top, and I would have absolutely understood, and I would have gotten it. And maybe she should have been. Maybe he should have been. I just, it's so well done. There's perspective. It's well put together. The accessories are there. Like all of it's just, it's so good. I think I would have had. I think I would have had. It would have been Irina, Christopher, and Epperson for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so good. Like you could see her wearing this to work.
Right.
Like
Right.
so good.
Scores.
I will give it a 97.
I'm gonna give it a 94
Yeah.
because just for me, this is
This
the look I remembered from this season. This is
yeah.
the look, the moment for me. Irina in this news and Kaylin in this newspaper trench coat. It's so perfect. It's just
Th-
so perfect.
This lets me know I did not watch this season because I would have remembered this look. This would
Yeah.
have been the look that stood out. I did not watch this season, but this is perfection. Her model looks so good, and she was feeling it. Like she walked that
Mm-hmm.
walk like she was feeling it. This trench coat number was everything. I was like, what? And then talk about some one thing I was mad at the gist of something. I don't want to see the scotch tape. Baby, do you see this trench coat? And you were about a scotch tape? It's made of paper. Relax. You go see scotch tape. But it was so good. It was so good. Everything about this look was perfection, from the dress, from the trench coat to the hair to the makeup, everything.
The boot,
The boot,
the
the
bag,
purse,
like all
everything. Everything. It,
fall.
duh. Duh.
Duh.
This was so good. I was like, win. Period.
And guess what? She did.
As she should.
Yes. With her, Althea and Christopher in the top, we both said we
Althea
would have
should
had.
not. I would have had Epperson in there.
I would have had Epperson in there too. Definitely. Bottom three. I wouldn't have had Jordana personally. I would have had Logan.
I mean, Logan could have been down there too. I think it could have been the bottom four easily.
Totally, yeah.
It easily could have been the bottom four.
Definitely. But Johnny finally gets sent home because of the lies he's telling on the runway, because of the fact that he just wasn't, he didn't have who was it this episode? I think it was Carol Hannah that was like, he doesn't have the drive like we all do. He was doing a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Nicholas literally called him out on the runway,
and I loved it. And I was loved it.
I mean, he was like, "That is not what happened." I think the judges went and called Tim during the break to figure out what happened. That's why Johnny got sent home, because Tim was like, "No, he did not have a steamer incident that ruined the dress. The dress was ugly," and I told him it was.
Yeah. And this leads me to, I think, my favorite Tim Gunn quote of all time. I'm incredulous at that utterly preposterous spewing of fiction that Johnny did on the runway. And moments like this is why we love Tim Gunn. I love Tim so much. But yeah, Johnny gets home. Bye.
Absolutely. Won't miss you.
No.
Bye.
But we go to the next episode.
And they're going on a field trip. They're going on a field trip because Tim is taking them. They're in LA, like we said. We're doing LA things.
We got to do all the LA things, Lana.
All of them. So why would we not go to a sound stage at light camera? We have to make costumes.
Love this challenge.
Definitely. Like, if you're in LA, you definitely need to go to a movie studio and do a costume challenge, because why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
Some of these designers may be working in a movie set, or make it on movie sets or plays or television sets one of these days. So they're gonna have to learn how to make.
A lot of Project Runway designers have made the shift into working for film and television. So
absolutely. So it is what it is. But we do see that they have L'Oreal Paris. His name Strong.
Collier Strong.
Collier Strong
from L'Oreal Paris. So it is a design challenge. This is also a makeup challenge, because what they're doing is they're making a garment based on a specific film genre. Every time Heidi Klum said genre in this episode, killed me. And I was like, this is where I remember that Heidi Klum is German. Because she says it with such a specific inflection. And I love it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, Irina, for winning last week's challenge, basically just gets to pick what genre she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then amongst the 10 other designers, each genre is available to be picked twice. And Epperson is left with Western.
He didn't want that.
No.
He wanted period piece, but he got Western.
What would you have wanted, Lana?
a action adventure.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a period piece. Yeah, probably a period piece because I would have went full.
What period?
I would have went full Elizabethan Renaissance. Like I would have went way back. I would have been in Bridgerton days. Like I would have.
No, that feels very correct for you. No, 100%.
Yeah, I would have went way very back Elizabethan. Like give me the corset, the big poof. Like yeah, full Renaissance. You
love that. I think I really would have gone film noir because I love classic Hollywood film noir. Like I would have, like it would have just been, and I think I would have done a black and white. I think I would have done a black and white gown with grayscale makeup. Since it's a makeup challenge, if they could have done it, I would have done like a grayscale makeup. Do with this like black and white, simple but elegant kind of gown situation is I think the direction I would have gone.
I would have did the grayscale makeup with that red lip, so that one pop of color in there. Yes. And then like you said, either a black and white gown or a just Oh, noir. That would be a good one too. Yeah. That'd be gorgeous. Betty Davis, Marilyn Monroe, kind of.
Very Betty Davis. Like I would have done it. Honestly, I probably would have done something very like Joan Crawford, Mommy Dearest, kind of that energy is maybe what I would have tried to invoke a little bit. But yeah. And this is where we find out that Logan and Carol Hannah are crushing on each other.
Well, she's definitely crushing on him. She's like,
it seems like he's crushing on her
a little bit too. He's like, okay, cute. She's like, I don't know who decided to put me at the table with Logan, but distraction maybe.
Well, it's because they have the same fucking genre.
True.
So we have Carol Hannah and Logan with action adventure. We have Althea, Irina, and Louise all with film noir. Christopher and Jordana have period piece. Nicholas and Ramon have sci-fi, and then Epperson and Sharon have western.
I was just like, okay. I wouldn't have been so mad at the choices. Even if I got western, I wouldn't have been mad because I would have figured out what to do. But I thought these were good genres. Interesting, to say the least. And I was just excited to see what everybody was going to do. Yeah.
Definitely.
Not a lot happened in this workroom.
Not a lot of drama.
I mean, people kept stealing people's baubles. And they were sick of people stealing people's baubles off the sewing machines. But mostly everybody just could put their head down and went to work because it was a lot to do.
It got tense is what happened. Tense. Yeah.
And everybody was focused on what they were doing and, you know, not really like people getting annoyed with people talking. And it was just like, we really want to focus.
The big moment is just Ramon puts his garment on his model, hates it, and has to shift.
2 hours. He literally had 2 hours left and had to shift because it was starting to look like a frog suit instead of something from.
It was very Kermit come to life. Like that's really the energy that it was giving. So, but shall we dive into guess what, Lana? More looks.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Lights, camera. So, and first up, Christopher.
Okay. So I like this. But this is the same silhouette we got from Christopher from the last challenge.
Correct.
And this is the same silhouette that we get from Christopher on a lot of challenges. So I'm like, okay, Christopher, we know you can do a ruffled, feathered, big, voluminous bottom. What else you got? It's still cute, but what else you got? That's how I feel about this look.
I agree with that. It's very well constructed. His placement in the top was, for me, very deserved. because this time they didn't rob Epperson of a top spot. Thank you. But I really did enjoy this. I agree. We've seen a lot of this from Christopher. I'm hoping that as we move through the season, we see a couple of different things from Christopher. But overall, a really solid garment.
Solid indeed.
And what did he have? Period piece. Oh yeah, he went kind of Victorian, but with the like exposed arms.
Right. And I was like, that's not Victorian.
And Tim even told him that in the walkthrough, and I was like, but I still kind of like it. Or no, he shifted it. This is Vampire Bride. Because Tim hated it. He didn't want to change. Yeah, that's what it was. He didn't want to change his design, so he changed the story. And the story was good. This was Vampire Bride. And I like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Scores.
86.
I'm going to give it a 90. Logan in Action Adventure.
I mean, it's giving me very Kill Bill.
Yes.
So it's and like Tomb Raider. So it's doing its job. But is it just boring? Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally just boring. But it definitely
works.
It works. Like if this was in a movie and this was on the heroine of the story, this would work. This would be like, okay, yeah, girl, I see you in your leather bodysuit and you killing it. And they didn't cut you a couple of places, but you still kicking butt. So I get it. It works. It's just simple. I feel like this would be if you saw Catwoman, the Halle Berry version of Catwoman.
Of course I have.
This is the evolution. Like this is Halle Berry's first Catwoman suit. Like that was the first one when she made it herself, and then evolved it into something better. That's what this is. This is the first one, and then she would evolve it later on in the movie.
I agree with that for sure. I think if the caliber of this challenge, because honestly, almost everyone did really well in this challenge. This is one of the universally best runways this season for me. I think if other people hadn't done as well, I think this is the first time this season where I could have seen Logan in the top. But because I like it, it's simple, but it's very clean. It's classy. I love the slash on the leg. I wish there had maybe been one on like the shoulder. I'm not sure.
It's one on the side of the side part of the.
Oh, is there? Okay, cool. Yeah, I just would have liked maybe an accessory piece with it. It's a one-day challenge, so I'm not gonna like harp on it. But I think this is probably my favorite thing Logan has made this season. So. Work, Logan. You finally made something I enjoyed. Scores.
I'll give it 80.
Lana.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm also giving it an 80. Next up is Sharon. Look at Ebony. Yes, God. Yes, God, Diva.
I like for a saloon look, for the Western saloon girl look that she was going for. It worked. It honestly worked. And Ebony worked. She worked this on the runway. Like when she was coming down and was doing the whole thing on the switching. It works. I like the little purple underneath the black to give a little color and ruffled and body and volume. And then I like the red with the black at the ruffled at the top. I thought this was she didn't want Western. She really didn't want Western. But she got stuck with Western and she made it work and it was like, instead of doing the cowgirl or the, making a cowboy into a girl, she was like, I'm going to do what they did in the Westerns for that day. And it was the saloon girls. And I thought it worked. It gave me very saloon burlesque kind of girl. Like she was the can dancer as well as the girl who, worked the saloons. I thought she did all right. I thought she did really good.
I think she looks pretty dang good, honestly. Not my favorite, not the worst of the week for me. Overall, a really solid look. I think she took it Western and Saloon Girl in just the right amount of ways. And I think it's a very solid look from Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
Scars.
76.
77. Louise.
I mean, it's compared to everybody else is boring. You know what I mean? When you put that next to everything else that everybody did, this look doesn't stand out. It's a little boring, but it's still put together well.
Yeah. I'm happy she was finally given critique, and she even said it too. She was like, I just wanted to hear critique from people because I've been safe for so long that she was going on what, 4-episode safe streak, 3-episode safe streak at this point. She was just like, I just really would have I really wanted some critique. The way they were like, this is 40s and 20s at the same time in this film noir gown that you're doing, it didn't fit. If she had been in period piece, this fits, but it didn't fit the category for me. She wasn't the worst, so I wouldn't have sent her home for this, but it was, it was solid. It was fine.
It was fine.
It is good.
68.
69. Oh, poor baby Ramon. There is a concept here.
Yes.
And if he had started with this concept, I think it actually would have turned out really cool.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
No. It just... Yeah, it just needed more time to finesse this. And that's the problem. He didn't have the time to actually finesse it. But I honestly feel like he deserved a second chance.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I feel like he has shown so much in this competition. But I get it. One day you're in, the next day you're out. I get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't ideal. It wasn't ideal at all, unfortunately. And I feel bad because I like him a lot. But scores.
I gave him a 58 because the concept was there. You can see the idea.
I gave him a 60 for the same reason.
Yeah.
Jordana.
Cute. Boring.
Now, for me, this is the one where I was like, why the hell is Jordana at the bottom?
This is boring.
But it is completely what her assignment was. I understand picking Flapper for period piece is very boring of a choice, but she did a really good job with this look.
It's just boring. I'm like, if you have the choice of a period piece and you go Flapper, it's so boring. And then you have to think about her putting this dress with all the other dresses that walk this runway. It doesn't stand out. It falls into the wayside. It's just like the same critique with Louise. It's just boring. It doesn't give. And I can see why her and Louise were in the bottom, because it doesn't give when you got other pieces that just do better. They just been better. Like, who else would be in the bottom? Who else would we put in the bottom?
Fair.
I don't see who else would have been there.
I don't either. But scores.
It's still a pretty dress. That's the thing. It's still she puts together a pretty dress. It's just boring dresses. I would give it a 63.
I'm gonna give
Pretty,
this 73.
pretty, but boring.
Cara Hannah from South Carolina, Cara Hannah. In action adventure. This is cute.
The evolution is complete
Yep.
with this look. Logan gave us the beginning. Carol Hannah gave us
Cara
the
Hannah
end.
gave
Carol Hannah gave us the heroine who is now about to walk into the sequel. Like that last shot in the movie where it's something that's gonna happen, but we know we're gonna have to wait to the next movie, and the heroine is walking off in slow motion. That's the wind in her hair and the explosions behind her. She's just like, dude, and the music starts, and we're like, uh-oh, the next sequel is gonna be good because she's gonna come back better and better than ever. That's what this look is giving me. She is the complete. She is about to evolve into and about to be a piece of work for whoever the villain is in the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love the gold chains and belts on the pants. I like that she gave us a vinyl corset and then the top this jacket. Everything about this says, yep, she's about to come back in the next movie and kick some ass. And I can't,
Definitely.
I can't wait to watch that movie.
Definitely. So good. Everything you said, I agree with. Like, it really is just the evolution of what Logan made, unfortunately. But scars.
I will give this a 90.
Give her an 86.
I think she ate it up with this one.
Althea in film noir.
I could see a universe where she was at the bottom.
I think she should have been in the bottom.
I think she could have been at the bottom because this is just not film noir. This is just a regular girl. She looked like an extra from Sex and the City. Like, let's be honest. Like, she looked like an extra from Sex and the City. It doesn't give. It doesn't give.
I would have put this in the bottom over Jordana.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you. I can see both of them being in the bottom. Like, this is another place where it should have been the bottom 4, and I think it should have been there.
Right.
The judges have been giving her praise, and I don't understand why. Like, they think she's the best thing since sliced bread.
Some of her stuff has been good. Some of her stuff has been good.
Some of her stuff has been safe, but they putting her in the tops. And I'm like, why is she in the top? Like, she won a challenge, and I didn't even think she deserved to win that one.
Oh, no. That was the one we said Epperson should have won, right?
Probably, yeah, because it was that. Yeah, no. I was just like, I don't get the praise for Althea. I don't get it. But this ain't that great. This is alright.
Scores.
60.
It's well constructed, though. What I will say is, it is blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. It is well I understood everything you said. I understood everything
thank
you just said.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yep.
You're welcome. But
Irina in film. No, she did film noir correctly.
Absolutely ate this up.
I could have seen a universe where she was in the top.
I could have seen a universe where she won. If she wanted to. If they wanted to. But they gave her immunity, but this is beautiful. This is stunning. The color is beautiful. The way she had the gold stripes going down, beautiful. The white cape with it, beautiful. The hair, beautiful. The makeup, beautiful. She just looked very film noir.
Yeah. Gorgeous, stunning. It's very Art Deco too, so it's giving a little bit of that Art Deco kind of like geometric kind of design, which I am obsessed with.
Absolutely.
I love Art Deco anything, so like for me, this was it for me. I love the way the fabric in the skirt like just flowed so perfectly. The cape falls so perfectly on her.
Gorge.
Eat it up, girl.
Gorge. For me, I would give her a 93. 93.
92.
Yeah. 8.
Nicholas.
I think this is
His
the
white
best thing
lace
Nicholas.
finally worked.
Right. I think this is the best thing Nicholas has ever made this entire show.
I think this is the best thing Nicholas will make on this season. I'm going to tell you
Probably.
that right now.
Probably. This was beautiful. And I love the story of the Frozen Queen and the Ice Queen and all that. And I love the makeup, and they had the things in the hair. This is just pretty. I agree. If we went to saw a sci-fi movie and this was the heroine or the villain, we will walk out of that theater saying that dress was gorgeous. Like, she looked fantastic in this movie. The dress was amazing. It looked good. This was the perfect model to have to do this to in this gown. It just looks phenomenal on her. Phenomenal. This is very good.
Definitely. I think this, I don't know necessarily that this would have been my winner.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is a really, really great look. I'm happy that his white lace finally worked on something. And, you know, am I mad that he got the win?
Winner either.
I was like, am I mad that he got the win? No.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite.
Yeah. Mine too.
To the person we're about to talk about.
Absolutely.
Spoiler. But yeah, I think Nicholas did a really good job. It's just simple, and I wish there was a little bit more drama to it, but like, it's not bad at all. I really enjoy it.
Me too. 98.
94. Because, baby, for me, it's Epperson. It's Epperson. It's Epperson.
This was the perfect balance between the Western that he got and the period piece that he wanted.
Yes.
This was the perfect balance. And the way he explained it on the runway and showed all the different compartments that he had for like the guns and the like everything was right. The way he had her hair done, like she looked like she was working out in the farm and she's tired, but still fashion and still, still beautiful, very natural beauty about her. And this was just very Annie Get Your Gun, Annie Oakley kind of, but she still had to be, the fabulous wife. Her husband's going off to war, but she had to take care of the farm and had to make sure everything was right. It was so good. I really, really enjoyed this. I liked all the little crinkle details at the shoulders, going all the way down the dress, all the way down to the bottom, and then the white underneath it, because that was very much in the time, because a lot of time women didn't have the undergarments, we didn't have the protection to take care of all of the things that were happening to us. So we had to wear all these different layers to make sure we didn't, during those times, there were nothing to keep things together. So we had to wear all those layers. I thought this was so good, and he did a really good job, and I thought he should have won. 100% thought he should have won.
Yeah, frustrated, annoyed, mad, should have won. Full cup.
Full cup for sure. Boom, cat.
Thankfully, he was in the top, and I will take that.
But
he should have won. But they give the win to Nicholas, which I'm not mad.
Sure.
He was my second favorite, so I'm not mad.
Yeah.
The other top spot going to Christopher. I wasn't mad at that. I think based on my scores, I would have given it to Arena, personally.
Yeah, I would have given it to Arena.
Yeah, so not mad overall. No. Christopher's was also great. I think he was good. Fourth for me. So, honestly, work. Bottom three, Ramon, Louise, and Jordana. I would have put Althea in the bottom over Jordana.
Yeah, I probably did that.
I do, as much as I do agree with you that I would have liked to see Ramon get another shot, It
is what it is. I think it was his time because of that. There are no excuses on Project Runway, and the fact that he made something that didn't pan out and he had to shift. is not a reason to keep him. It's just that's part of the business because it is what it is. So he did his best. I enjoyed him on this show. Um, but this just wasn't it. This wasn't his time.
Yeah. Sad, but I agree. So, well, that is that for this episode. So thank you so much for joining us for our recaps of Project Runway. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, same us, to talk about the next 2 episodes of this season, slowly making our way through season 6 on to season 7, which hopefully is better. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check the description below for all of our YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, and where you can find us on Patreon for exclusive content and early access. You can also find us on social media at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow me and Lana as well if you would like, and you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug as well. With that being said, we're gonna leave. So, and hopefully you will too, because once this video ends and the credits roll, there will be nothing else to watch unless you're going to rewatch this video, which I would encourage. So,
or you can go watch any of our other videos. That'll be great.
We have a whole playlist of Project Runway videos. So, yes, God. Cheers.
Cheers.
In fashion, one day you're in, and the next day you're out. And we are out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Make it work, designers.